Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really zeroing in on making things easier, more efficient for fitness pros. We're diving into some great insights, actually mostly drawn from articles over at VA Gods. And the focus is squarely on those virtual admin tools, VAs, specifically for handling client scheduling.
Yeah, it's that classic problem, isn't it? Trainers, they just want to train to motivate, but instead they get really bogged down with juggling schedules, chasing down emails, managing the calendar. It just eats up so much time.
That's exactly the pain point. So what we're doing is pulling out the key benefits and how these things work in the real world. Think of them like, I don't know, super smart digital helpers maybe.
Yeah.
Taking care of the admin stuff.
Exactly. And what's interesting is how simple their main job is compared to the big impact they can have. They're basically these clever digital tools built to automate all those admin tasks that don't directly involve coaching.
Right. So the basic functions are things like automated scheduling, no more back and forth emails, sending out client reminders automatically, which is, huge for cutting down on no-shows. Plus, they keep track of all the visits, the sessions logged.
And freeing up trainers from that admin, it directly helps a business grow. When you save time on those, let's call them tedious tasks, trainers get more time for actual coaching or planning or even just catching their breath. And that focus on the client, well, it strengthens the relationship. It makes people stick around. The sources we looked at, they actually mentioned trainers using VAs seeing an average jump of over 30% in client retention. That's significant.
Hold on, 30%. That's a massive number. Is there a downside mention, though? Like, if you automate communication, don't you risk losing that personal connection?
Yeah, that's a fair question. Definitely something people worry about. But the article suggests it's actually the opposite. The VAs handle the purely transactional stuff, the what time, don't forget, messages. By getting rid of those tasks, the trainer actually gains time. Time they can now spend on, quality interactions, personal check-ins, maybe designing better workouts, bringing more energy to sessions.
Okay, I see. So it's trading admin time for actual quality client time.
Precisely. Focusing the human element where it counts most.
So this isn't just for one type of trainer then. It sounds like it applies whether you're independent or part of a big chain because it adapts locally. We saw that 30% retention lift. Let's unpack where that comes from with some real examples.
Sure.
It's about localization, right?
Absolutely. The sources give some really solid, concrete examples. Like, there was a gym in Melbourne. Their big issue was missed appointments, which, directly hits the bottom line. They brought in a VA mainly for sending consistent reminders. It cut down their no-shows, and they saw profits improve pretty quickly.
And you see that same idea working elsewhere, too, like in Toronto.
Yeah, exactly. A personal training studio there, they were struggling with cancellations, which is super common in busy cities. They used automated reminders and managed to cut cancellations by something like 40%. And that was just in the first month. Immediate impact.
40% in a month. Wow.
Then you look at Dubai. A fitness center there had a slightly different challenge, not just keeping clients, but attracting new ones, especially at the high end. They used the VA's booking app, made it incredibly easy and smooth for people to schedule. That convenience itself became a selling point, helped them get new members.
Okay, so the VAs handle the grunt work, the reminders, the booking. So what's the smartest way then, according to the sources, for trainers to use that time they get back to really boost the client experience?
Well, one interesting angle was using the VA for more than just reminders. Think about detailed intake forms. Automate sending those out, collecting the info digitally beforehand. So when the client first walks in, the trainer isn't dealing with paperwork. They can dive straight into crafting a really personalized plan from day one.
Getting straight to the good stuff.
Exactly. Ultimately, these VAs bring reliability and convenience for the client. They smooth out the whole process, make communication timely, scheduling easy. It just removes friction. And that makes clients feel looked after, feel valued. That's the secret sauce for keeping them long-term.
It definitely sounds like it frees up a trainer's most precious resource, their mental energy, their bandwidth. So if these VAs let fitness pros focus on client results instead of wrestling with spreadsheets, the big question for you, the listener, isn't just about saving time now, it's about what comes next. What amazing new training approaches could trainers invent if they weren't tied up managing bookings? Maybe VAs analyzing data to suggest workout tweaks. That feels like the next wave in fitness innovation, something to think about.